Welcome to BrightMate Institute, and I am Nisha Nair. Today we will be discussing about the objectives which were asked in the previous board exams. So the first one is the lungs in human beings are a part of the system for 4 options are given: nutrition, transportation, excretion and respiration. So as we have studied about the organs involved in the respiratory system, that are the lungs. So here the correct answer will be option D, that is respiration. Now number second is, no matter how far you stand from a mirror, your image appears always erect. The mirror is likely to be. So wherever you stand in front of the mirror, your image will appear erect. So plane mirror, it won't be possible. Concave, it won't be possible. Convex, as you can see that the vehicles mirror are having the convex mirror. So this is also not the correct answer. So the correct answer will be either plane or convex, that is option number D. Now the third one is, for normal vision, the near point is. So the near point for a normal vision of a healthy human being who is having a normal vision, so what is that? It is 25 centimeter, that is option A, 25 centimeter. Now the fourth question is, which phenomena is responsible for the twinkling of stars? So for the twinkling of stars, as we have studied, in the atmosphere there is rarer fraction, denser fraction. So it is having atmospheric refraction. So it is option B, that is atmospheric refraction, which is responsible for the twinkling of the stars. It appears to twinkle, but it is not twinkling, and that is due to atmospheric refraction, that is option B. Now which phenomena or phenomena of light is or are involved in the formation of rainbow? So in the formation of rainbow, refraction, dispersion, internal reflection, all the given above, because see, refraction is done in the formation of rainbow, dispersion is done, internal reflection as the rays of the sun rays internally get reflected. So all of the given above is the correct answer. So fifth one is all of the given above. Now the sixth one, the crystalline lens of people at old age becomes milky and cloudy. This condition is known as, it is known as cataract, because it is a condition, it is not a disease, and this condition is known as cataract, where the image or the crystalline lens of people at old age becomes milky and cloudy. The seventh one is, potato chips manufacturers usually flush bags of chips with which inert gas to prevent the chips from getting oxidized. So what has been sprayed in the packet of potato chips? That is nitrogen. Nitrogen gas is been sprayed in the potato chips packet so that it remains crispy and it does not come in contact with oxygen. So the correct answer is option D, that is nitrogen. So nitrogen gas is sprayed. Now on heating lead nitrate, which of the following pair of gases will be evolved? So on spraying on heating lead nitrate, what is the correct pair from the given one? So which of the pair of gases will be evolved? That means which will be released. So it is NO2 plus O2. That is the correct answer is option B, NO2 plus O2. This is the correct pair which is been released when lead nitrate is been heated. Now ninth one is, burning of coal is a blank type of reaction. So burning of coal, now we have learnt in displacement, decomposition, double displacement, combination. So burning of coal is a reaction where something combines and gives a product. So in reactant, two or more reactants are being reacted and it gives a product. So the correct answer is combination. So burning of coal is a combination type of reaction, that is option number D. Now the 10th one is, which of the following is an olfactory indicator? Now olfactory is related with the sense of smell, which is done by the nose. So this indicator or receptors are present in the nose. So olfactory, so methyl orange is not related with something for smelling, even phenolphthalein is not related, turmeric is not related, but vanilla, it is having some smell and it is used as an olfactory indicator. So the smell changes and we can indicate it. So it is an olfactory indicator. The correct answer is option number C. Now 11th, in the badminton tournament, Saina Nehwal has won a bronze medal. Name the metals used in the preparation of metal. So what is the correct answer? That is Cu and Sn. So Cu and Sn, that is copper and tin. So this is the both metals, it is an alloy and both of them are used to make bronze. So bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. So option number B, that is copper and tin, that is Cu and Sn is the correct answer. 12th one, which of the following metals is refined by electrolytic refining? Electrolytic refining, which we have studied in chapter number 3, that is what happens. So that is which of the following metals is refined by electrolytic refining? So Au and Cu, this is the first A, that is 1 and 2, that is Au and copper, both are being refined by electrolytic refining. And as we have studied Au and Cu, what is Au? Au is gold and Cu is copper. So the correct answer is option number A, that is 1 and 2. Now 13th one, the Lenz formula is. So Lenz formula, as we know that 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. So that is the Lenz formula. Now the 14th one, that is ZnO plus C. ZnO plus C is Zn plus CO. In the above equation, blank substance is been reduced. What is been reduced? So ZnO is reduced to Zn. You can see in the equation that in reactant it is zinc oxide and in the product side it is only zinc. So zinc oxide is been reduced to zinc. So here the correct answer will be in the above equation, ZnO substance is been reduced. So what is been reduced? Because see, C is oxidized. In the reactant side C and in the product side it is CO. That means oxygen is been added to carbon. So it is not reduced, it is been oxidized. So what has been reduced? So reduced is ZnO is reduced to Zn. So the correct answer is ZnO, zinc oxide substance is reduced. Now due to the process of corrosion, blank color coating is seen on silver. So what is that? Black, green or brown? So what is the correct answer? Black color coating is seen on silver. When we wear silver anklets, you can see that a black color coating is been involved, that is due to corrosion. Actually it is not corrosion, the oxygen, it comes in contact with oxygen and moisture, and what happens, a black color coating is been seen. So in silver, remember what is the color? Black color coating is been seen on silver. Now 16. In anaerobic respiration, what is anaerobic respiration? That is the respiration in absence of oxygen by our muscle cells. The pyruvate is converted into what? So we have studied the pathways where pyruvate is converted to lactic acid in anaerobic respiration. So the correct answer is lactic acid. So the lactic acid is, the pyruvate is converted into lactic acid in anaerobic respiration in our muscle cells. Okay, it is actually lack of oxygen. Now 17th is blank is the chemical formula of cinnabar. So cinnabar, the correct answer is HGS because it is an ore of mercury. So the chemical formula of cinnabar is HGS. The first option, HGS, is the chemical formula of cinnabar. Now true or false, state if the following are true or false, which is again asked in 1 mark. The twinkling of star is due to atmospheric refraction of starlight. So as we have seen in one of the MCQs, atmospheric refraction is responsible for twinkling of stars, so the statement is true. Now 19, the concentration of hydronium ion, that is H3O plus, increased when a solution of an acid is diluted. So it is false, that is the concentration of hydronium ions is not increased when a solution of acid is diluted. So it remains the same, the statement is false. Number 20 is methanoic acid is responsible for inflammation of nettle sting. So nettle sting, an acid is induced in our body. If a nettle stings in our body, so an acid is induced, so due to that pain and irritation occurs, and that acid is methanoic acid, and the statement is true. Methanoic acid is responsible for the inflammation from nettle sting. 21 is tooth decay starts when pH of mouth is lower than 5.5 pH. Yes, it is correct, because the normal pH of mouth should be 5.5, and if we don't brush our teeth, the bacteria grows and the germs will secrete acid and the pH becomes more acidic. So lower than 5.5 pH means the tooth starts decaying. So the statement is true. 22 is solder is an alloy of lead and tin. So solder is an alloy of lead and tin. True. Now 23 is the breakdown of pyruvate to give carbon dioxide, water and energy. So this is do as directed, you have to answer it in one word. Now the breakdown of pyruvate to give carbon dioxide, water and energy, again the pathways of respiratory system when glucose is broken down. Glucose is 6 carbon molecule which is broken down to 3 carbon molecule, that is pyruvate, and when it gives the end product is carbon dioxide, water and energy. So which organelle it takes place? It takes place in mitochondria in presence of oxygen. So the correct answer is mitochondria. 24th is iodine is necessary for the synthesis of which hormone in our body? So iodine is responsible for hormone thyroxine, because it regulates the hormone thyroxine which is secreted by thyroid gland. So the correct answer is which hormone? Thyroxine hormone, hormone thyroxine. 25th is in which unit is amount of atmospheric ozone expressed? So in which unit? So it is always it is expressed in DU unit. Now the DU unit is Dobson's unit, but this is not been given in the current syllabus. So anyway, if it is just for your knowledge, you have to just remember that which unit it is DU unit. And what is DU? It is Dobson unit. It was asked in previous exams, but before the syllabus was changed, it was been asked. Now 26th is what is reflection of light? Give the types of reflection. So reflection of light is what? The bouncing of light rays. So the bouncing back of light rays is from the same medium is known as reflection, and the surface should be smooth. So the phenomena of light rays bouncing back in the same medium on striking a smooth surface is called reflection of light. And reflection are again of two types, that is regular reflection and irregular reflection. Now 27th, a paper is burnt due to the use of lens by a student. So what you have to answer is why a paper is burnt. So it is burnt, state the type of lens used by the student, state the position of the image formed by in this phenomena, and draw the ray diagram in the phenomena. So we will just discuss about the type of lens. So what will be the type of lens? It will be always a convex lens. So number 1 is state the type of lens used by the student. It is convex lens. And state the position of the image formed in this phenomena. So the position of the image. So image is formed at the focus of the convex lens. Why it is formed on the focus? Because when all the rays are connected or are joined to the focus, then only it will generate heat and it is capable to burn a substance. So here the paper is burnt due to the convex lens, where all the rays are, the image is formed at the focus of the convex lens. And regarding the ray diagram, we will discuss it afterwards. Now 28th is a doctor has prescribed a corrective lens of power plus 1.5 diopter. Find the focal length of the lens is the prescribed lens diverging or converging. So here power of lens, that is capital P. Now it is, we are having a formula for diopter, that is P is equal to 1 upon F. So F, if we have to find out, the F is equal to 1 upon P, and just you have to write down the number of P, that is 1.5. So 1 upon 1.5, that is 0.067 or 67. Now 29th is the dispersion of white light through a prism. Which colored light bends the least? So as we know that in dispersion, the red light bends the least, and as it bends the least, we are using that red color for the danger signal, for all the signals where the red light is being highlighted, or it is seen from in the crowd also. When we wear a red colored cloth, it is being seen because it bends the least. So which color bends the least? It is the red color. Now 30 option, that is from the below given chemical reactions, state their types. So here CuO, which is in the solid form, plus H2 in the gaseous form, both are reacted and heat is involved, then it gives Cu plus H2O. So what is this? This is a displacement reaction, because as we have studied that A plus BC gives AB plus C. So here the same reaction, so it is the displacement reaction, because see, Cu is been separated and O is gone with H2. So Cu plus H2O, it is a displacement reaction. 31, from the below given chemical equation, state their types. So Pb plus CuCl2 gives PCl2 plus Cu. Again here the displacement reactant takes place, because chlorine is with lead and it then goes with copper. Because of the reactivity series, we have studied that Pb is more reactive than Cu, and so Cl2 goes with Pb, and this is the displacement reaction. Now from the 32, from the below given chemical equation, state their types. CH4, which is in gaseous form, plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O. So here oxidation reaction. Why oxidation reaction? Because CH4 is a methane. Now in the reactant side, oxygen goes with carbon, so it is the oxidation reaction. And here H4, that is H2O, 2H2, here O is been attached to 2H2O. So oxygen is, it is an oxide, addition of oxygen takes place, and so this reaction is known as oxidation reaction. In the reactant side, both element, the oxygen is being added to Cl and H, so it is known as oxidation reaction. Now 33, that is from the below given chemical equation, state their types. That is C plus O2 gives CO2. Again here C plus O2 gives CO2, so oxygen is been added to carbon, so again this is an oxidation reaction. Now 34th, from the below given chemical equation, state their type. CaCO3, when heat is involved, CaO plus CO2. So if the reactant is been splitted, it is known as decomposition reaction. So see, calcium carbonate, on giving heat, it gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So this is a decomposition reaction. One reactant is been splitted into more than means one or two products. So it is known as decomposition reaction. 35, from the below given chemical equation, state their types. That is Na2SO4 aqueous form plus BaCl2 gives BaSO4 plus 2 NaCl. So here precipitation occurs, and so this is known as precipitation reaction. Now 36, that is take 3 test tubes and place clean iron nails in each of them. So this has been already given in the NCERT book, and what we find is that the iron nail will rust in test tube A, and as it will rust in test tube A because it provides the essential moist conditions for rusting, since both moisture as well as air. So in the presence of air and moisture, the rusting takes place. So the correct answer is the iron nail will rust due to the contact of water, that is moisture, and air. Now the 37th is complete the chemical equation. Here it is given 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. What will be the product? This is the photosynthesis reaction, and we know that in the process of photosynthesis the green leaves make glucose. And what is the formula for glucose? That is C6H12O6. Carbon molecules 6, hydrogen 12 and O6. So the answer will be C6H12O6, which is the photosynthesis equation. The answer will be glucose. Write the chemical formula of bleaching powder. So bleaching powder is CuOCl2, that is copper oxychloride. So the answer is CuOCl2. Now 39th is 2 ways to prevent rusting of iron. There are many ways to prevent the rusting of iron, that is galvanization, painting, greasing, oiling, painting, applying zinc oxide layer. So this or by making alloys, these all are the ways. So any 2 ways you can write it down for to prevent the rusting of iron. Now enlist the common properties of metals. So the common properties of metals are what? The common properties of metals are they are lustrous, hard. So all the physical properties that are of metals you can write it down. They are sonorous, lustrous, then they are ductile, that it can be drawn into wire, then it is malleable, it can be converted into thin sheet as aluminium foil. So aluminium metal has been beaten into thin sheets. So these are the common properties of, and they are good conductor of electricity. So you can write it down.